Yet another lawsuit filed against Sean Diddy Combs. This time, a former stylist claims to be Diddy's victim in a case of sexual harassment and physical abuse. We're talking about someone named Deontay Nash. Was one of the witnesses, by the way, in the trial against Mr. Combs. He alleges that Combs turned his dream of working in entertainment into a nightmare. So in the lawsuit, he claims Combs assaulted him, stalked him, and threatened him during 10 years of employment. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman covering the first Diddy trial, where the entertainer got off on some of the bigger charges. So walk us through these newest claims, Katrina.
Reed, so he outlines allegations of battery, assault, sexual violence, physical and psychological abuse, labor trafficking, he says. And a lot of what Deontay Nash says in this complaint mirrors testimony that we heard during that trial, both from Nash and from others, like Sean Combs' ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who was a key witness at that trial. Deontay Nash is also a stylist who worked very closely with Ventura, and his testimony at that trial really bolstered what she had to say. But he talks in this complaint, Reed, about fearing for his life, not just while he was working for Sean Combs, but afterwards. He tells stories about physical violence, about a time where he actually had to drive 100 miles an hour to try to escape Mr. Combs, and says he didn't call the police because he worried that that would be a death sentence. Now, our correspondent, Jerika Duncan, has actually talked to Deontay Nash. She's planning to sit down with him, and she said that he stands by what is in this document, and he says that to this day, he is still processing what happened to him while he was working for Sean Combs.
So a lot of the same themes that we heard in the really big trial. We know that Combs will be sentenced October 3rd, convicted of 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. Any word from his lawyers and family ahead of sentencing?
Yes, so they have filed a document. What they're asking for, Reed, is less than 14 months for a sentence for Sean Combs. And as a reminder, by the time we hit the sentencing next week, he will have already served about a year. So that would essentially just be a couple months in prison. But what they're saying is that, one, he was acquitted on the most severe charges against him, and that should show that this jury found that he was innocent in a lot of ways. They also say this has already devastated his life, devastated his children's lives as well. They've also lost business opportunities. He's been on suicide watch, they say. What they essentially say is that they feel like he has already been punished enough, Reed. And in about a week, we're going to get to learn that sentence.
All right, we know you will break it. Katrina Kaufman, thank you so much.